بإنجليزية ملصق تعرفنا يا سنين نسمعنا.
Hello? Yesterday, Abiy Ahmed tweeted, "This summer, wheat cultivation has been promising." Yesterday, Abiy Ahmed tweeted, "This summer, Yesterday, Abiy Ahmed tweeted, "This summer, wheat cultivation has been promising, and that if we continue capitalizing on these gains, our wheat import substitution aspirations will be within reach." In other words, he's claiming that Ethiopia is almost self-sufficient in terms of food security for its people. Along with his tweet, he posted pictures of lush green fields bursting with ready-to-pick harvest, once again suggesting that Ethiopia has enough crop to feed Africa's second most populous nation of 110 million people. This is simply not true. Abiy continues to deceive the world and to deceive his own people. The truth is that Ethiopia has always been and continues to be a heavily aid-dependent nation. And as a result of this ongoing genocidal war against the people of Tigray, this dependence has been exponentially exasperated by acts of intentional sabotage. In total contrast to the images he tweeted yesterday, satellite images starting to be released show entirely different images from Tigray. They show harrowing images of vast areas of farmland totally burnt to ashes. Land that has been identified as cultivated farmland. It has also been confirmed that Eritrean soldiers are deliberately setting fire to large areas of farmland, ripe with valuable crop that could have fed millions. It doesn't stop there. Eritrean soldiers are also said to be looting tons of stored food from government warehouses and transporting them across the border into Eritrea. Abiy Ahmed plotted with his partner in crime, Isaias Afwerki, and allowed all this to happen under the very watch of the Ethiopian Defense Forces, who were supposed to be defending Tigray, a member state of the Federation, from foreign invasion and attack. According to several humanitarian agencies, over 1 million people in Tigray, including Eritrean refugees, were already heavily dependent on food aid prior to this genocidal war. The UN estimates that this number is now well over that figure and say that the current instability is having the most drastic effects on the most vulnerable groups, especially women and children. 2.2 million internally displaced people as a result of this war means even more demand for food aid. How many of us remember the 1985 famine in Tigray? In 1985, 2 years into the silent famine, Tigray became the poster child of how war and man-made famine can ravage millions of people. Images of desperate and starving mothers, dry breastfeeding their emaciated babies, both within hours, if not minutes, from death, circulated around the world, catching the attention of international prominent figures like Bob Geldof. The song, "We Are the World," was the result. Watching the video today is a stark reminder of what silence and a lack of action can result in. Sadly, it was too little too late, because as a result of the Derg-made famine, 1.2 million people in Tigray died from starvation, simply because dictator Mengistu Hailemariam blocked access to humanitarian aid organizations and international media. Exactly what Abiy Ahmed is doing today. History is repeating itself. Now, in 2021, the Abiy-made famine is looming over Tigray, with 4.4 million people, including Eritrean refugees, at risk of starvation. And Abiy Ahmed is silencing Tigray to cover his crimes against humanity. But Tigray hasn't been silenced. For 66 days, Tagaru, alongside our Eritrean brethren around the world, have raised our voices loudly and clearly, condemning Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki. Today, January 8, 2021, Tagaru all over the world, from Australia to Europe to America, are raising their voices in unison to tell the world Tigray is starving. The Nobel Peace Prize laureate and so-called reformist Abiy Ahmed appointed several women to hold key positions in his government. The president, Sahle-Work Zewde, a woman, a mother. The Minister of Peace, Mufriat Kami, a woman, a mother. The Minister of Health, Dr. Leah Tadesse, a woman, a mother. The Federal Chief Justice, Ma'aza Ashenafi, a woman, a mother. The Federal Minister of Women, Children and Youth, Filsan Abdullahi, a woman. I'm not so sure if she's a mother or not. Disturbingly, not a single one of these women leaders have uttered a word about the horrendous atrocities being committed against women, young girls, and children in general in Tigray. There is no denying that in crises like this, it is the vulnerable that suffer the most. When all these aforementioned women took office, they took an oath to serve and protect the people under the Federation. This includes the women and children of Tigray. However, all these women supported and endorsed Abiy Ahmed's ill-intentioned decisions to undermine Tigray's basic human rights and dignity. These women stood by as the federal government cut the annual budget to Tigray last October. This budget included subsistence funding from international donors to more than 1 million people in Tigray who rely on it for their daily bread. Most of the beneficiaries are women and malnourished children. The indiscriminate destruction of infrastructure has also impacted large segments of the population, affected, of course, by the current global COVID-19 pandemic as well. These women gave the green light to decisions that go against everything their offices claim to stand for. They have, by their silence, given this genocidal war their stamp of approval, thereby depriving millions of their fundamental right to existence. There's another face in this genocidal war. It's the face that you probably don't see that often, but when seen tells a story of indescribable pain. It is the face of women and young girls who have been subjected to the most violating crime of them all, rape. Sahlawat Zodi, Mufriat Kami, Ma'aza Ashanafi, and Filsan Abdullahi know very well that women and girls as young as 12 are being raped and gang raped by soldiers of their federal government as well as by the Eritrean soldiers that were treasonously invited in by their government. These grotesque crimes against women and children are war crimes and crimes against humanity. But above all this, they are acts that will leave deeply etched, permanent, and intergenerational scars that will forever change the existing social cohesion in Ethiopia. Forgive, yes, but forget never. Thank you. So, all this to say, they thought that they would be done with Tigray in 3 days, but we're not done yet. Tigray to what? Tigray to what? Tigray to what? Tigray to what? So, thank you.
Und das ist ein Grab. Ein anderer sagte, mach Feinde nicht auf dich aufmerksam. 2 Malawianer sagten dann, die Hyäne ist für andere kein hilfreiches Tier. Sie weiß, dass niemand kommen wird, um ihr zu helfen, weil sie auch niemandem helfen würde. Sie könnten sogar auf ihren schwachen Moment warten, genauso wie sie darauf gewartet hätte. Sie ist listig und wartet auf die Schwäche der anderen, um sie anzugreifen. Sogar im Rudel. Sie profitiert vom Elend anderer. Abiy Ahmed Ali vertritt Äthiopien nicht mit all ihren Ethnien. Er hat behauptet, seine politischen Gegner anzugreifen, aber er hat beschlossen, die Menschen in Äthiopien anzugreifen und eine ganze Ethnie auszuschließen. Er hat eine ganze Region aufgrund ihrer ethnischen Zugehörigkeit von Arbeitsplätzen, Reisefreiheit, Informations- und Kommunikationsfreiheit, von sanitären Bedürfnissen und von Nahrungsmitteln ausgeschlossen. Er hat eine ganze äthiopische Ethnie das Leben verweigert. Seine Rechtfertigung, Terroristen zu jagen, ist nicht gültig, da er keinen Terroristen Schaden zufügt, sondern den Frauen und Kindern sowie den Ältesten und Geschäftsinhabern der tigrayischen Ethnie. Ein Premierminister kann nicht die Menschen schützen, ein Premierminister kann die Menschen, die er schützen muss, nicht angreifen. Das wäre, als hätte ein Hund, der mich beschützen soll, mich gebissen. Was macht man mit so einem Hund? Die Menschen in Äthiopien wenden sich an den Präsidenten von Djibouti und die Vereinten Nationen um Hilfe und Schutz vor ihrer eigenen Regierung. Es ist die erste und wichtigste Funktion einer Regierung, ihr Volk zu schützen und nicht selber die Bedrohung zu sein. Es ist wie ein Vertrag, den die Regierung mit der Bevölkerung abschließt. Genauso wie eine Ehe. Ich habe meine Rolle zu spielen und mein Mann hat seine Rolle zu spielen. Wenn ich aber zu meiner Nachbarin gehen muss und um ihren Mann bitten muss, was nützt dann mein Mann noch? Wie kann man Wahlen verbieten, weil man sich wegen Corona um die Gesundheit der Tigrayer Sorgen macht und dann mit Waffen und Panzern auf sie losgehen, um sie zu töten? Da ist doch Corona das kleinere Übel. Und wie lautet der Befehl an die Miliz und das Militär? Nur mit Masken und Desinfektion vergewaltigen? Damit keiner an Corona stirbt? Ein Premierminister kann nicht wählen, welchen Teil des Volkes er vertreten möchte. Oder einen Teil ignorieren.
هراي الهواء ولا احنا مشان نقول خاطر فاتنا زرعه ساعات نترف ما